well, thank you. Now still a good time for you?
Yeah, now's perfect. Welcome back to another YouTube video. My name is Clara and I live in Raleigh, North Carolina. I'm going to take you along on a week of my life this week, Monday through Friday, so kind of more of like my work days. I work from home and I set my own hours. So sometimes I'm running errands during the day, sometimes I'm glued to my computer like this morning, but it's an exciting week and you will see why soon. This morning, actually, I went to the vet. I took Polly in for a checkup. She had to like return to get something checked out, her teeth actually, and her teeth look fine, but I also got her microchipped just in case anything happens. I can't think of a situation where she would like be on the loose, but regardless, just in case. Also, like, what if she was at the vet and there was another bunny that looked like her and they got them mixed up, you know? I would like to think that I would know the difference, but now she's chipped. Funny, because I told myself I was gonna have kind of like a no spend month, and then I just had random expenses, things that I'm not necessarily like buying for myself, but expenses like I had to go to like the gastroenterologist, $300. Polly's microchip, $250. Like, this no spend, like, I'm not spending on myself. Now I'm just spending on like things. I mean, I guess kind of myself, but not fun expenses. I'm gonna start making lunch. Today's lunch is tuna sandwiches because I knew today was gonna be a busy day. So I'm just gonna kind of wing it. But let's do a little cooking show together. I'm just gonna do celery, red onion, Dijon, tuna, and probably some mayo. If you watched my last vlog, then I also owe you an update on the house that I applied to rent. Let's make some tuna salad and talk about my moving plan. Well, first and foremost is I did get approved and I did sign the lease for a house that I'm gonna be moving this month. I don't know exactly the date because I need to set up movers. I need to set up like when I can use the loading dock at this building. There's like so many factors. It's not as easy as just like picking the date. Also, I need to pick a date and make sure that the new place can give me my keys on that day. I had a call this morning. The call that you saw kind of in the intro of this video was to set up utilities at that place so that they will start on the day that the lease starts, regardless of if I live there at that exact time. I need to, there's so much to do with moving places. Whether you're moving like 6 hours away or whether you're moving like 10 minutes away, there's so much to do. You gotta like terminate utilities, you gotta restart them, forwarding. Like, I have so much to do in the next couple weeks, which I'm sure will be a vlog in and of itself. But I know that I did talk about that in my last video, kind of I actually toured the apartment and applied to it all in the same day, and then I toured it over FaceTime, but I got approved I think the next morning, and then the lease was signed within 24 hours after that. Moved really fast, but it was good because I needed it to move fast. I'm not even making the tuna salad. Come on, Clara. Basically, this month is gonna be crazy for me, and I didn't use that TikTok audio, like it's the first of the month TikTok audio. I didn't use it, and I'm wondering if that's gonna be a mistake. I'm actually like, I really could care less about stuff like that, but then when stuff does go wrong, that's when you start to second guess whether or not you should have done the dumb TikTok trend. I'm gonna start looking at furniture because my next place has an outdoor patio. Gonna have to get furniture for that just because I want to enjoy it, like obviously before the winter comes in. So I've started to look at patio furniture, and luckily because it's October, I do feel that a lot of patio furniture stores and places that have outdoor collections are putting them on sale. So that's gonna work in my favor. But I really need to make sure I know when the move-in date is because I'm just so used to living in apartments, and now that I'm gonna be moving into a house, I am not really familiar with like how the package system is obviously gonna, what am I saying? The system is the front door. Basically, I need to know what day I'm moving in before I start ordering stuff because I don't want stuff to just be sitting outside. Like, I don't know my neighbors. I don't know if we're gonna be friends, if we're gonna be foes. What if they steal my packages from day one? I'm trying really hard to not order anything, but at the same time, I'm trying to make lists and keep like tabs open of stuff that I'm gonna order, quite frankly, the second I know my true move-in date. I emailed some moving companies to get quotes. I would love to work with Bellhop again. I just want to make sure that their offer is like competitive. That's the moving company I worked with when I first moved into this apartment, and they were phenomenal. No need to like reinvent the wheel or risk working with a bad company when I already know of a good one. I just want to make sure that their offer is like actually good. I think it is. I think it's pretty fair. I think what I might do this time is hire packers too, specifically for the kitchen. If I'm packing up my closets and drawers and like bathroom and stuff like that, it's just the kitchen. I hate packing a kitchen. So I think I'm gonna hire packers for like a couple hours just to do all the kitchen stuff, simply because that way if it breaks, it's like their fault, it's not my packing skills. But yeah, if you have any, actually I feel like by the time this video goes up, I will have already scheduled all of that, hopefully. Maybe for anyone watching this video, Comment down below like a mover recommendation in the area if you have any. It won't do me any good by the time this goes live, but maybe it will help someone else out. I need to finish cooking this and cutting this. I'm gonna run out of storage on our tuna sandwiches. This is giving major school lunch energy, but I'm very excited. I love a little lunch snack plate like this. I mean, it's a full-on sandwich, but you know what I mean, with like a bunch of different sides. It's like 4:45 now, and I'm popping over to UPS to do some returns, primarily Amazon returns, and a couple of them are technically over like the drop-off date, but they're the ones where Amazon just quickly scans a QR code and you leave the item with them. So I'm hoping that they sneak by and the person doesn't realize that the QR code is likely expired. Otherwise it's my loss. One of those things, I actually think some of them expired while I was in Scotland or something. I always tell myself I'm gonna run errands during the day. During the work day, when other people aren't out, I will run my errands. And then I always look at the clock and it's like 4:45 and 5 o'clock traffic, but here I am trying to run my errands because I didn't do it earlier. I hate this area during this time, it's the worst. Well, the good news is that I was able to return everything. They accepted all my returns, no questions asked. Bad news is I parked in front of a furniture store and I went in and I fell in love with a really expensive dresser. But also good news is they had matches. This is the name of the place that I went. So cute, loved it. Super nice people, super expensive furniture. I am going to consider that dresser I saw. It was the coolest piece. Had like keys, there was key slots to open some of the drawers. Like it was, I'm trying to think what the best way to go is. Probably this way. Like instead of doorknobs on some of the drawers, it was a literal like skeleton key slot and you put a key in and that became the drawer pull. I don't know what I would need to lock up, but I love that. I love that so much, especially because like pet sitters, what would I lock up? Like literally, Clara, what are you saying? Getting started on dinner. It's 6:30 now. Tonight is chicken fajitas. No recipe, just chicken, bell peppers, red onion, and then I'm gonna use the leftovers from tonight in quesadillas tomorrow night. Just gonna cut everything up, throw it in a pan, and then I also bought a like seasoning packet thing, so I don't even have to think about that. It's gonna be good. I'll make a little guac, a little refried beans, some sour cream, and I've been shopping for patio furniture for the past hour or two. That's what I've been up to, and I am just getting reality check after reality check after reality check when it comes to the cost of outdoor furniture. My gosh, it's so expensive. And I'm on like, first of all, Bed Bath & Beyond isn't a company anymore, but it is a company because Overstock bought their name. It's very confusing. So I'm shopping on Bed Bath & Beyond, but it's actually like Overstock because they changed names. At least I think that's what it is. And I found furniture I like, but wow, is it 10 times more expensive than I thought it was gonna be. So I gotta factor that in, but look at what I found. I think this would be so cool on like the deck thing that I'll have in the next place with like a propane fire pit in the middle. Maybe that's a good price for this. Part of me thought it would be cheaper than like actual furniture, like interior inside furniture. But now I guess that I think about it, if they have to build it and make it so that it lasts like through weather, I guess it would make sense. Do you have to cover outdoor furniture? I don't know a thing about having an outdoor space. I've never had an outdoor space in any apartment that I've ever lived in. My parents growing up weren't big like outdoor hosty people. Give me some tips up there. Polly just came out. She's eyeing me down for some lettuce, but I'm gonna get started on the human dinner first, and then I'll give the bunny her dinner. I have a hot yoga class booked for the morning, so I skipped washing my hair tonight, even though it really needs it. If you've been thinking this whole video so far that my hair looks really crusty, I agree. And it honestly doesn't look that bad until you get close up and you see all the dry shampoo like flaking off of my scalp. But don't you fret. Tomorrow is a hair wash day after my yoga class in the morning. So hard to time a hair wash with like workout schedules, but I just got this lotion in the mail. It's vetiver and bergamot scented, and I really like it. I like the smell of it. I don't know really what makes a good body lotion. I'm not like a huge body lotion gal, but it's the Flamingo daily moisturizing lotion, and I'm trying my best to like actually use it daily. So I'm on like day 3. We'll see how long this lasts. I just got my Scotland vlog posted. I've been battling iMovie for the past like 4 days trying to export it, and it finally exported tonight. So that's up. Interested to see if people like it. I do feel kind of awkward like filming out of my home and like traveling and stuff. I feel like everyone would or does maybe to an extent. So that was like the longest travel video I've ever filmed, and I think it turned out well. If you've watched it, let me know what you think. I feel like it's kind of fun that it was me and my friend Francesca, because I don't know, some of our banter I kept in there, not all of it, but some of it, and I thought it was kind of fun. Like, even if you have no interest in going to Scotland, I think you can watch that video, and maybe it'll feel like you're like a part of the girls' trip. That coffee was kind of gross, so graduating to an energy drink at like 8:30 in the morning. Just trying to get a couple things off my to-do list before the yoga class. I've mentioned this before, and as much as I love the hot yoga, core power yoga, I hate that the classes are at 9:30. I hate that they're an hour long, and hate is such a strong word. You know what I mean though. I don't like that they're at 9:30. I don't like that they're an hour long because it takes me like 20 minutes to get there and set up my mat before class, 20 minutes to get home. Class is an hour. I'm super sweaty, so I have to shower afterwards. Basically, if I take a 9 o'clock class, I'm not getting back into the swing of things before 11:30, sometimes noon. I just try and be as productive as possible, like crossing stuff off my list, getting stuff done before the class, because by the time I get back, it's essentially the afternoon, although I like leave in the morning. It's kind of crazy. Today, I have just more computer stuff to do. Like, the fun decluttering won't really happen until Wednesday. If you didn't see my last video, I'm actually borrowing this like Chevy truck for the week. I got it last Wednesday. I returned it on Wednesday. It was for a tailgate that I went to this past weekend, and it was great for the tailgate, but because I have it longer, I'm trying to think of ways that I can use it, like, I don't know, the donation load, like stuff like that. So I have a lot of stuff to distribute, and instead of taking 2 trips, I can just put it all in the bed of the truck, and I really want to maximize the time that I have with the truck. I don't know what time they're coming to pick it up tomorrow. I would imagine it's kind of in the evening because they dropped it off around 5:30, so I'm hoping they pick it up around 5:30. Really counting on that, actually. Maybe I should check. But today is just my yoga class, some videos I want to film and edit, emails, website edits, bookkeeping, to send some invoices. Today's yoga outfit of the day is this black Free People Movement onesie with some cutouts in the back. And I'm gonna put that same sweatshirt back on from PacSun. I got a huge package from PacSun yesterday. They asked for my sizing of clothes, but I didn't expect like the variety that they sent. I'm really impressed and like kind of touched at everything they picked out. I feel like someone went through and picked out a ton of stuff that they thought I would genuinely like. Maybe I'll show this later in the week when I put all of it away, but this is like a little pink satiny dress, some fun pants. This is a really cute skirt that I think I could wear as a dress, even like a tube dress. And then this I'm really excited about is like a little short onesie, because a lot of these that I've tried on, the legs are just like, the inseam is just too long. Super excited about this, but that's where this sweatshirt and the sweatpants I was wearing this morning came from. Done with my yoga class. That was a good sweat. Now I'm gonna go over to Starbucks. I didn't realize I was taking one at this studio. I booked through ClassPass, so I just booked time slots with, you know, all of the core power studios around here. And then day of, I just looked to see which one I have to drive through or drive to. But this one has a Starbucks nearby. I think I'm going in the right direction. Since that coffee this morning was so disappointing, I'm gonna go to this Starbucks and get a little pumpkin something. I actually remembered that I need a couple of things at Target, and I can just go to the Target Starbucks. So I'm multitasking. Well, the Target Starbucks was out of cold brew, but there is another Starbucks nearby, like essentially in the same parking lot. It's just a standalone store, so I think I'm gonna go there. Let me order it ahead and make sure they actually have it. I just want a cold pumpkin, cold foam, cold brew, but without the vanilla in the actual cold brew part. All right, the order went through. It'll probably be like 10 minutes, so let me show you what I got at Target to kill some time. Seasonal Mrs. Meyer's, always have to get one of those. My favorite hand soap, I just pour this into the bottle by my kitchen sink. It smells so good. It smells like Santal 33 or like Le Labo vibes. The vetiver and amber. I feel like I'm kind of whipping it around. That's what it looks like if you want it. I got a new native deodorant. They launched new scents, and I'm gonna try the sensitive one without baking soda and aluminum. Well, they're all without aluminum, but this is baking soda free, so smells good. It's vanilla and cactus flower. I like buying my native deodorants at Target because they have like a really like lenient return policy, and not all of the native scents work with my body composition, I guess. So I will shamelessly return a deodorant if it doesn't work, especially when, how much is a native deodorant? Like $12? Yeah, $12.99. So I will return that if it doesn't work. And speaking of native, I got their toothpaste. I'm almost out of toothpaste. So just got the whitening, fluoride free. I don't have very passionate opinions on fluoride, but I just got the fluoride free one. That's all I got at Target. And I cleaned out a bunch of those random gift cards. You know, Target will be like, spend $25, get a $5 gift card, whatever. I just like slip them into my wallet and I forget about them, so I cleaned them out. So all of that was supposed to be like $36, I think, and I paid $11 because I finally cleared all that stuff out from my wallet. So let's go pick up my coffee and then finally get home. I like how I was complaining how yoga like takes up such a big portion of my day, but I think I'm the problem. I don't think yoga's the problem. I think it's me. But I do still need to shower when I get back. And what time is it now? It's like 11. Traded one black jumpsuit for the other. I'm wearing that little short one I showed this morning. It fits really good. The chest is like a little too large on me, but it has padding, so you can't really notice. Maybe it would look better without the padding. So I would probably look like a middle school wrestler without the padding. So we'll keep that in. Today is a loungewear week. Well, that's not true. I think I'm gonna go out to dinner tomorrow night, so I'll dress nicely for that. I don't have the mental capacity this week to put on cute outfits. At least that's what I'm telling myself. I use a clarifying shampoo in the shower to try and get all that gunk out of my scalp. All the dry shampoo and hairspray and wax and stuff I've put in my hair to try and make it look a little better recently. I want to get some cleaning done today, but I need to get work done before that, and I need to film a Sunday reset this weekend. I did not film a Sunday reset. I mean, I did the Sunday reset to an extent, but I just didn't film it because filming my Sunday resets between filming and editing adds like 3 hours. And sometimes I just don't have that on a Sunday. It's not that the Sunday reset doesn't happen, it's just that it doesn't get filmed. Try this new deodorant that I got. I just shaved too, so that'll be the real test, because putting deodorant on right after I shave usually causes some irritation. It smells so good. Well, my camera died, but I put on a little bit of makeup. I'm gonna see how long my lunch recipe for today takes. It's a salad, but it's a half-baked harvest recipe. I honestly, hot take, not a huge fan of half-baked harvest recipes. I feel like she makes them really complicated for like no reason. A lot of them I'll be reading and I'm like, that stuff's just not necessary. But then again, what do I know? But I am making a chicken Cobb salad with avocado ranch from her today, and let's see how long she says this is gonna take. It says it takes 30 minutes. Okay, well, if I want to eat by 1:30, I can do like an hour of computer work before I start cooking lunch. Let's see what I can get done. Made the salad. Again, it's really good, but I'm just not sure that all of the steps were necessary, and I feel like it could have been easier, but it's a good salad. I'll give her that. Okay, but this is exactly what I'm talking about. Look, in a bowl, toss your chicken with olive oil and seasoning. Okay, then season with salt and pepper. What does that mean? Why couldn't I have just seasoned it with salt and pepper when I was tossing the chicken with the olive oil and other seasonings? I'm so confused. I swear some of these recipes from her just don't make sense, and I will die on that hill. Taking an evening break to do a little organization project in the bathroom. I wish I could tell you that this mess was because I started the organization project, but no, that's just what the bathroom looked like today. But this is all my makeup. I don't think I've ever shown this. This is how I currently have my makeup organized. Organized is a strong word to use in regards to this cabinet, but I am gonna try and like clean it up and make it make more sense, and then I'm gonna make a pile of products. Well, this is trash, but I'm gonna make a pile of products that I've tried that just weren't for me. Like, I didn't love. I actually think this broke me out. I think I like the way this looked, but if I remember correctly, I had unexplained acne afterwards, and now I'm scared to ever use this again. I'm gonna make a pile of stuff that like I've opened or tried once or twice, and I'm gonna ask friends if they want it, because I donate a lot of my unused PR, but the keyword is unused. Like, I don't want to donate something that was technically used, but I feel like my friends would like be okay with using stuff that I've used once. I'll have to ask them. I still don't know if that's kind of gross. But I'm just gonna organize this makeup cabinet, and I think the best way to do it is gonna be pulling aside everything that I want to keep and putting it on the floor, and then I'll put all of those drawer things down on the floor and like sit down and figure it all out. Might not look like much progress was made, but trust me, I pulled a lot, and I decided that I'm just going to keep stuff that I've already like opened so long as I'm like mildly interested in it, and if not, I'm going to recycle it. I recycle stuff at like beauty products at Nordstrom. They have this beauty cycle program that I just drop off my empties at, so anything that I wasn't interested in keeping that was already open, I'm just gonna recycle, because I don't know, maybe that is kind of weird to like offer people used makeup. But tomorrow the plan is to donate all of that other PR stuff to the women's shelter that I usually bring stuff to. I asked her what they do with like the makeup and stuff, because obviously they have a list of stuff they need, like shampoo, conditioner, I don't know, body wash, like all sorts of like hygiene stuff, and then lip gloss obviously is nowhere on that list. But I asked her what they do with that kind of stuff and if it's still worth bringing to her, the woman that coordinates the donations. She said yes, because they turn it into Christmas gifts for the women, or like welcome baskets or something, depending on their situation and like what they are reaching out to the nonprofit for. But that's what they do with the makeup related stuff, so it's still like worth the donation. And I would try and find like a better place to distribute it to, and I looked for a lot of places. I looked at organizations. If you happen to be in a similar situation and you have like beauty products and stuff to donate to, I looked at women's shelters, obviously. I looked at organizations that help with like job interviews, like outfits for job interviews and stuff, and asked if they ever needed like makeup or cosmetics, and they said no. There was another shelter that I did bring stuff to for a little while, and then they said that they were just kind of like inundated. So Interact is the shelter that I donate to in Raleigh, and she asked me if I could like onboard as a volunteer, and I wanted to, but the onboarding process took like 3 months, and I wish I had thought to like actually time-wise get involved with this organization instead of just donating stuff. By the time she asked me, I knew I would be moving in a couple months, so little hint there. I don't think I mentioned that I'm moving out of the Raleigh area, but I just told her like I would love to, but it would not be worth your time to onboard me. That's something that I want to prioritize when I move somewhere else, getting involved in some sort of time-based volunteering effort, not just like donating and stuff. I feel like it would be fun to have some sort of like structured volunteering thing. Now I am just working on clearing out this drawer of doom that I have right here that just gets stuff piled on top of it. So I'm gonna see, I think all of this stuff is opened. I think it's kind of just like a matter of donate or trashing stuff. I'm gonna clear this out. Not the most impactful before and after, but I did get rid of quite a few things, and now this makes a little bit more sense. It's really hard to use drawers like this for storage that makes sense. I guess aside from putting your hair tools or something in here, the drawer is just too deep to really utilize all the space in, so that's why I have this little insert in here. Products can stand up straight, which I guess is nice, but I don't know. I'm not a fan of drawers like this in a bathroom. I almost wish they did 1, 2, 3 drawers. Oh well, making it work, just a rental. So this is how everything turned out, and my makeup looks so good. That's just all my nail stuff up there. Bathroom is looking great, and now I'm just catching up on some laundry. I just put in a load of light. I fear the fall uglies are setting in. I feel like TikTok has made me realize that that's not uncommon. You know, some days you just wake up and you're like, I look different. This isn't me. I look ugly. I mean, I did wake up with acne, so that's definitely playing a factor. I waxed my eyebrows and I like dermaplaned my face 2 nights ago now. It wasn't last night, it was the night prior. And I was kind of holding my breath because sometimes my skin gets irritated from that. And I think it did. Give it a day or two and it'll look fine. Today is an ugly day. I can just feel it. Today is also my errands day, so I think I'm going to go to Plato's Closet, Costco, and maybe like TJ Maxx, Home Goods first, and then I'm gonna come back and get another load of stuff. And I need to check to see when I'm returning that truck so it can be here, because when they delivered it, they just gave me a window, like a time frame. So I need to make sure I'm actually here during the time frame, so it'll be kind of awkward. Really been loving the Paula's Choice 25% vitamin C. I switch up my vitamin C's, but I didn't really pay attention in the past. I haven't really paid attention to the percentage of them, and I think my skin likes 20% and higher, so that's just something I need to keep in mind. Vitamin C is one thing that if a brand sends me vitamin C, I am keeping it because I go through so much vitamin C serum. Next is just my glow screen. I'm actually thinking, and I don't know if there's room for my skincare shelves in the next place. Wow, this might be a whole new era of Clara not having skincare shelves in her content. No, I'll find a spot for them. Maybe they'll be used for sunglasses or something in the meantime. Perfumes maybe in the closet. I fear I got a little too much glue screen. Didn't really vlog much of last night, but I did run to Whole Foods and get more cold brew. They were out of my favorite Slingshot cold brew, but I got La Colombe Blonde Roast instead, the yellow container. Pretty good. I need to stock up on Slingshot too. Slingshot cold brew is the best. It's that one in the box that I always talk about. It's like an orange box. Looks like a box of wine. Let me try make myself look a little bit more presentable. And then we'll go run our errands. Well, I guess we're taking my car because I grabbed the wrong keys. So here we are. I did not think to check what time Plato's and Costco and all that opens. Yeah, Plato's opens at 10. It's 8:50. That's not a good start. Costco opens at 10. I guess we'll do a Goodwill drop and then go to TJ Maxx. Should we go to TJ Maxx together? I think we should. TJ Maxx opens at 9. Perfect. All right, that's the plan. Goodwill to drop off a couple things. Then we'll do TJ Maxx. Then looks like we're gonna do Plato's and then Costco. Hopefully that's enough time. What I'm not used to is the Plato's around here make you come back the same day. The Plato's that I worked at and the Plato's in my hometown gave you 3 days to come back. So I don't love that. So I have to come back today, but that's okay. I'll just make it work. I'll come back in the afternoon. Maybe I'll get coffee. Who knows? I kind of like those. I think these are so cool for like decorating outside, right? Kind of love this, but I don't know if that's really my vibe. Dang, if that wasn't broken, I would probably get it. Decided against these because I think I can just easily find something very similar on Amazon or at a Home Goods after I move. But I did find these 2 picture frames that I really like, and I already have something to put in them. And then I think I'm gonna get the spiders. I think that's a fun little kind of subdued Halloween decoration. Just dropped off my stuff at Plato's and they said about an hour. I looked around in there but didn't find anything. I tried on a couple pairs of jeans and just gave up after that. But I'm going to go see if there is coffee around here. Actually, I think there's a Target around here, so there's definitely a Starbucks. And a Pop Shelf is over here, and I haven't been in Pop Shelf in a while. It's like one of my favorite little stores. It's kind of like a Five Below vibe. It's owned by Dollar General, but it's kind of, I don't know, it's just one of those random little stores. I'm gonna head over there to kill time. I'm gonna stay in this area because it's kind of far out of the way. This isn't my favorite Plato's to sell to. My favorite one is probably Durham, but this one is technically closer and in like a area where I could do other stuff versus the Durham one is just like the only thing near there is the mall. And I'm trying not to go that kind of shopping because clearly I have clothes to get rid of. I'm gonna take you in Pop Shelf first, but there's also a World Market and I have a couple of World Market furniture pieces on my wish list, so I might as well go see them in person and see if they're worth ordering. But first we'll do Pop Shelf. I love these. 50% off. Do I need some of these? Got a couple things at Pop Shelf. I'll show you when I get back to the car, but I'm gonna walk down to World Market and see if they have that coffee table on display. Pop Shelf haul, nothing crazy. I did get a Celsius. I decided I wanted a Celsius instead of a coffee this morning, so I got kiwi guava. And the only other 2 things I got were cute little post-it notes for my planner because I've been adding these into my planner lately for little notes that I don't necessarily want written down like permanently on the page for the week, but just little thoughts that I want to remember, and then I just peel them off and throw them away once I've done that task. They had some cute options there. And then this gem was $5 and matches my existing fruit bowl. I'll have to show them side by side later, but this is what I got. It's about the size of my head. It was $10 marked down to $5. They were doing 50% off home decor. If this matches, this is gonna be a steal because the one that I have, I don't know the brand of it. I wanna say it was like $90 for the purple. Kind of crazy. I mean, not kind of, it is crazy. Let me try and figure out where my fruit was. Because maybe I'm remembering incorrectly. I can't believe that that would cost that much. Pretty sure it was from Lulu in Georgia. Okay, it was $88, but sale for $66, so maybe that's how I justified it. This is the one I have at home. So see, isn't that gonna look so good together? $5. I feel like even at Home Goods, this would have been like 25. Top shelf really came through on that. Where else should I go? I have like 20 more minutes to kill. I don't want to drive to Costco and then have to drive all the way back up here, so I think I'm just gonna pop around in another few stores, but we'll catch up when I go to Costco and like get the money from Plato's. I am thinking $75 from Plato's, hopefully. Update, it was $168, which is great. Wasn't expecting that much. Kind of makes me like second guess what I maybe put in there, but whatever, I'll take it. Costco, and then I'll go home. And as I suspected, pretty good match. I think they'll look fine kind of next to each other. Maybe not. I feel like the colors are kind of off. I don't know if that's gonna drive me insane. Only time will tell. I can complain about the fact that I was just clouded by how much I liked the frame to not inspect it for damage. I don't know if I did that on the drive home or if it was like that, but I think I can put a little just like tan gel polish and cure it. I think it'll be fine. I'm not gonna return it, but the holes, or the hole, yeah, the hole, right? The cutout for the picture is not the right size for the postcard, so I'm gonna get creative. I already found like inspo on Pinterest where I can just cut that hole bigger. Nah, it's gonna work. It's gonna work. They look good. I definitely did not do my due diligence and check for damage before, so that's my fault. But I like it. It kind of looks like travertine. Just loaded all of my donations in the back of the truck. I don't think I've shown you on this vlog. It's a red Chevy Colorado. It's what I'm driving for the next 2 hours before they take it back from me. But I'm gonna use it to go bring my donations. They're just all in the bed of the truck right now. I just love driving like a big vehicle. I love it so much. My next car needs to be massive. It just went away because I put the car in park, but there's these sensors on this car, and I guess like most newer cars, my car is a 2017, so I guess it is kind of old in terms of technology. But what I like about Chevys, and I mean what I like about renting like a car that I'm not familiar with, is the tech like in this car makes it so much easier to drive because there's like a sensor that like corrects you when you're near the boundaries of your lane, if that makes sense. So you never even go over the line. It just kind of like gives you a little wiggle and it like gets you back in the lane. It's not self-driving by any means, but it does that. And then it beeps when you're too close to someone, which my car doesn't do. I feel like most cars have a blind spot sensor these days. Mine doesn't, but I like that on this. I don't know, Chevys are very easy to just like pick up and drive because a lot of the tech like that comes standard in their cars. Clearly not familiar with if it's standard in all cars. It makes their trucks and like bigger cars easier to drive. I drove a Silverado when I was in Colorado. No, I didn't drive a Silverado when I was in Colorado. I drove a Suburban when I visited Colorado. I drove a Chevy Trax when I went to the Hamptons. That was like a good zippy little city car, still like small SUV. And then I drove a Silverado when I went to Bonnaroo, and we towed an RV with the Silverado. Highly recommend if you want to rent like a specific make and model of a car, go to, I always mess up the pronunciation, Turo, it's not Turo, T-U-R-O, and you can sort by makes and models and stuff. The only thing is that technically you're not supposed to tow with a Turo car, but the Turo rental that we got was okay with towing, even though it's technically like not allowed. That's the one caveat is that you're not supposed to tow. So the Bonnaroo thing was kind of an exception. I really like the Colorado. It's a good size, especially good size for the parking garage of where I live, because the big trucks like the Silverados and the F-150s and everything in that parking garage stick out so much that I kind of hate them because you can't like maneuver around them the same, but this one fit really well into a parking spot. There's my car review. Dropped off those donations and then I gave the car back to the Chevy guy, and I got takeout for dinner. I got Farmside Kitchen if you live in the area, or I think they're only in the Raleigh area. So good though. It's like a bowl type of place. Farmside Kitchen, I think that's the name of it. I just got that for dinner. I was gonna go out to dinner tonight, but I'm just having an ugly day. I mentioned that before. I did not feel like sitting in a restaurant and putting on an outfit. I wanted to stay in my little sweats. I also have a confession to make about the black leggings I've been wearing today. The only pair of black leggings that I had left that were clean was a pair that I accidentally ordered from Amazon that has the butt scrunch, if you know what I mean. So I wore those all day, which I just feel like the butt scrunch is like not really my vibe. And like, yeah, does it make your butt look good? Yes. But is it a little bit cringe in certain scenarios, especially if you're just casually running errands and going to Costco? Yeah, thankfully the one on this pair isn't like terribly noticeable, but I don't know. I feel like if I just saw a girl in Costco with butt scrunch leggings on, I would probably, actually I wouldn't think anything of it because I am that girl today. My confession is that I was wearing butt scrunch leggings all day. If you're a butt scrunch legging girl, don't be offended. I am just not a butt scrunch legging girl, that I just accidentally own a pair and they were the only ones left clean today. You gotta do what you gotta do. Anyways, I'm just getting ready for bed. I am gonna wake up tomorrow beautiful. I've decided no more uglies. Wake up tomorrow, I'm gonna look like myself again. Tomorrow's gonna be a good day. Another day, another comfy outfit. Got on a Lululemon set. This is a Gilly Hicks zip-up sweatshirt. I love this so much. I like this because it doesn't have string. Today's gonna be a good day. Today is Thursday. I went and got coffee and a scone at Yellow Dog, one of my favorite places for like a little morning treat. And what am I doing today? I'm going to knock out the rest of my to-do list right now. Why do I feel like I had something this afternoon? I hate that feeling of like there was definitely something planned this afternoon. I guess I'll find out. I'm just gonna work on my to-do list. These hydrangeas are killing it. Look at how well these hydrangeas, these are thriving. I don't know if it's because I have them in this little corner, but wow, I'm so proud of them. I keep replacing the water, so maybe that's helping, but this is going on like 2 weeks. In the home stretch of editing my London vlog, and then that will wrap up all of my travel content from my trip earlier. Well, I guess it was last month now, but the content, or the London vlog, will be the last piece of content from that. And if you were curious or you missed it, all of like the Scotland itinerary stuff is posted on my website under the newsletter tab. I put the newsletter that I sent out about my Scotland itinerary and my Scotland recommendations under the section that says in case you missed it. And in case you missed that, there's some other newsletters like archived there too, like my most popular ones. That's on my website, clarapeirce.com. Today's lunch is a new defined dish recipe, at least new to me. I haven't tried this one yet. It's Korean inspired barbecue chicken meatballs. It takes 45 minutes and looks pretty easy. So I need to preheat the oven, prep the meatballs, and make some sauce. I'm also gonna have this with kimchi and some cucumbers and carrots, like a little salad situation. And I just realized that I only bought 1 pound of ground chicken and this recipe calls for 2 pounds. So I'm just going to half like all the other ingredients for the meatballs. But I'm having a better day already, just checking in. I feel like most weeks I do have one kind of flop day, and I've learned that from filming week in my life videos. I filmed, well, I posted one, but I filmed multiple, and I feel like there is just one day that just doesn't go as planned, and it's kind of like a flop day of the week. So yesterday was my flop day. We're out of my flop day, and we're having a great rest of the week. Chicken, eggs, avocado oil, salt, pepper. I think I'm out of salt. Found some salt, but I didn't realize I was out of eggs. So I substituted eggs for ricotta because that's what Google said was a good substitute for eggs and meatballs. It's like a binding agent, and hopefully this still turns out fine. Serve this over rice with cucumber, carrots with a little like rice vinegar and salt on them, and then kimchi. This recipe is actually for like appetizers, but I just turned it into a lunch. Tonight's dinner is the Wishbone Kitchen red wine braised short rib recipe, and this goes in the oven for 4 hours, so I just want to get started on it now. The oven's preheated, and that was the last step. So for the next 4 hours, this is going to be cooking, and then right before it's done, I'll make some like mashed potatoes or something. I'm so excited. This one is such a treat. London vlog just went live, and if you don't know or you haven't noticed, I don't really cross promote whenever I post a YouTube video on like my Instagram or my TikTok. It's kind of just like if you subscribe to me on YouTube, then you will get the well, I guess if you put notifications on, you will get the notification. But I don't really like have a posting schedule on YouTube. I try and do a couple videos a month. I'm gonna get better at it, I promise. I have some things in the works, some structure that I'm gonna start doing hopefully after this move. I don't really post on my Instagram when I post a video, so if you want to like be notified of the new videos, you have to turn the post notifications on. So I just randomly push one live, and it already has some views, so I'm like, okay, the girls were on it today. But I just posted the London video, not very long, that one's 15 minutes, but you can watch this 2-part extravaganza. The Scotland vlog and the London vlog together are an hour and 1 minute. If I was smart, I would have uploaded them on the same day, but you know what, the cookie didn't crumble that way, but they're both live now. So if you haven't had a chance to go see those, go watch those. And if you haven't already, make sure you're like actually subscribed and you turn on post notifications. And if you're interested, go follow me on like TikTok and Instagram too, because I try my hardest to post different content on each platform so it's not too repetitive. Now that my little self promo is done, what I'm about to work on is something that I've put off for a year. But the other things on my to-do list I just don't feel like doing, so that's when you get to do tasks like this. I have this file folder, and I'm staying far away from the camera because with my luck I would accidentally flash like my social security card or something like that on the screen, so I'm staying back here. But this is all of like my personal effects, like birth certificate, banking stuff, I don't know, you know the drill. It's all in here, and I feel like a true adult would have this organized. So I bought these file folders from Target, and I'm gonna try and organize things a little bit better and take inventory of everything that I have. I'm gonna make a little one for keepsakes because I did save my Stagecoach and my Bonnaroo, what are these called, wristbands. I saved these and I found them when I was cleaning out my bathroom the other day. I guess I just like threw them in my cabinet. So I want to start like a poly folder for the information on her microchip that she got this week. I want to start a keepsake folder. I want to start personal identity stuff folder. Probably not something I should film. Like I said, I'll probably accidentally get my identity stolen if I do, but this is what I'm about to work on, and I feel like this is a fun little, hopefully not daunting project. I think this will take probably 15 minutes, but it's something I've been putting off, and I think it's something that will bring me some peace to know that everything's organized, and I can probably throw some stuff away. And I think it's just good to lay eyes on all of this stuff somewhat regularly, or just be able to check that you know where all of it is. I should probably have it in a safe. I won't tell you where I'm keeping it within my apartment, but that's what I'm about to work on because I want something else to do right now, and dinner still has an hour and 30 minutes, so I should probably make the mashed potatoes in like the next hour. This is what I'm working on. Hopefully I have all of my documents. I'll probably have to like call my mom if I can't find stuff. Early 20s I feel like is the time when your parents start giving you all those papers and documents and stuff that they used to hold on to. Like now it's my responsibility. All right, everything's done. Did I spell identification wrong? Yeah, maybe, but that'll keep people off my trail. If they're trying to find my identification, they'll see this and just, you know, look somewhere else. I'm actually gonna ditch this one because it doesn't button very well, but I forgot that I have this situation from the Container Store, and honestly this is kind of more the vibe. So this is how everything turned out. I still have to register Polly's microchip. I'm gonna go do that right now, but now it's all organized and I can just keep everything in this and just make sure I know where this thing is at all times. Why did I say at all times? As if someone was gonna come in here and like force me to locate it, but you know what I mean. What a good little responsible, gratifying weekend project. I highly recommend. Now it might make sense to drink a glass of red wine with the red wine braised short ribs, but I'm gonna keep people on their toes and drink this spritz because I really like these, and I honestly just think this is like cooking wine. I'm not sure this is actually like good wine. I just had it in the wine fridge, so I used that for the recipe, but this I know is really good, so I'm gonna have this over ice. Decided to skip the mashed potatoes and go straight to the rigatoni. Usually the rigatoni is what I use for the leftovers of this meal, and the first night I'll eat it with mashed potatoes, but I was just craving pasta and this looked so good, so I'm just gonna make rigatoni both nights. Just got out of a 45-minute yoga sculpt class at noon, so it's 1 p.m. now. This morning was quite a few meetings back to back, but I made it to my class by the skin of my teeth. I walked in like a minute late, but she was like doing the weight demo. If you've taken a class and you know, that's cutting it real close. I'm surprised the front door wasn't locked. I'm gonna head back home. I have a list of things that I want to get to make a cocktail and do a cocktail recipe on Reels and TikTok today, but I forgot to check if I have some of the ingredients, and I don't want to buy a bottle of coffee liqueur if I already have one. So I did not plan this well, so I'm gonna go home, shower, and then probably head back out and get those ingredients. It's a cocktail I've made before. It was actually a cocktail that was on the menu for the Montauk trip. It was a orange espresso chocolate martini situation, but I want to try and make it with the nitro can of Slingshot cold brew because I just have a feeling that'll be great. It is 1 p.m. so maybe it works in my favor that I can't make the cocktail right now because I wouldn't really drink it at 1 p.m. so I'll make that later in the day so I can actually enjoy it and drink it. And it's just dawning on me that they are putting a Shake Shack right here. That's nice. I haven't had Shake Shack in forever. Clearly I'm hungry for lunch too, so I'm gonna shower, eat lunch, and then plan the rest of my day. I'm trying to plan my weekend too. I'm having family come to visit tomorrow, so I usually do some like work things throughout the weekend just because I can, like no one's stopping me. But this weekend I am not gonna have time because of family and stuff, and I don't wanna be worried about that, so I'm gonna probably plan out my following week today. And I've been doing some furniture shopping because I'm realizing if I want furniture basically before December, I should probably order it like this week. That's what's on the list for Friday. You'd think that from my cocktail content I'd have a cute little bar cart, but this is actually where all of my bar stuff, alcohol, liquors, whatnot, lives. And I don't really have a good collection. I have like the liquors that I like to drink, tequila and all that, and I guess, I mean, I have sparkling water. I couldn't even have told you that was up there. I don't think, from what I can see, that I have the coffee liqueur. This whole cabinet is actually a nightmare. I will deal with that at a later date. So I think I need all of the ingredients that I have written down. I present to you the cocktail. I kind of lost the crema effect, obviously, because I didn't use espresso. I used the nitro cold brew. I don't know if I mentioned that. I was using nitro cold brew with this. That's the reason I wanted to try it. But I feel like the flavor will still be there. And I'm gonna edit the video right now. I just filmed it for TikTok. And having more of these leftovers for dinner. I hate to admit, oh, hello. I don't think you've been in today's video. Hi, Queen. You wanna say hi? Anyways, wow, Bubba, what do you need? It's like hard to walk around her sometimes when she's like this. Back to what I was saying, I don't even want to admit how many times I have washed this load of laundry because I keep forgetting to switch it, and then it got stinky, and then I had to wash it again, and then this is, I think, now the third or fourth time. But I think it smells fine. Yeah, I think I got to it in time. So I'm gonna switch this and then put that in the dryer and hang all of the hang stuff up. And she is not gonna leave me alone. She is in full menace mode. I am fighting the urge to go to bed right now. It's almost 11, it's 10:59, but I just wanna wait and see if that laundry still smells bad when it comes out of the dryer, so that way I can put it on a timed load to start washing and finish like right when I wake up, and hopefully that'll fix it. I mean, hopefully it's fine right now, but I really wanna go to bed. It's like 11. I don't think I'm gonna do any more cleaning tonight. I really wanna film my apartment tour tomorrow. I've decided, well, I didn't decide this. I just saw a couple of creators talk about like the safety logistics of showing your exact floor plan and where, you know, exact things are stored throughout your apartment is just kind of like foolish if you think about it. So since I'm nearing the end of my lease, I'm going to film and upload my apartment tour kind of like on my way out of this unit, and then that's kind of how I'll do things from here on out in terms of like fully furnished apartment and home tours. I'll give like previews and sneak peeks and stuff, but the premise of like a empty home tour, empty apartment tour, like all that might not be like the safest, smartest thing to broadcast on the internet. I don't think I'm gonna give a empty apartment or empty house tour of the place that I'm moving into, but like I think it's like a nice little wrap up, tie in a bow to give a tour right before you move out, because hopefully by then you have like all the furniture and stuff. And obviously I always show the decorating process, so you kind of get it as you go. But I don't know, I just think think for safety's sake, it does make sense to kind of wait until you're on your way out of a place before you reveal like the exact path to get to certain rooms and all that. Although in an apartment, there's like not much left to the imagination. I don't know, I'm feeling a little bit paranoid. I think I'm gonna get a security system for my next place too. I think I'm gonna go with Simply Safe. I feel like I might have already talked about this, but I think I'm gonna do Simply Safe. But I did see some at Costco, like it was Ring and maybe Blink security. I don't know. I do have some cameras. You can see kind of over my shoulder. I do have cameras and stuff in this place just because I like to even know that I like turned off the stove and stuff. Like it's not even so much for security reasons of like someone coming in here. It's literally just because I'm forgetful and sometimes I like to pop in and like view my apartment if I'm away on a trip or something just to make sure that I didn't leave something out or I don't know, something hasn't gone wrong. I think that's like more practical of a use case for installing a system like that. I feel like I should honestly put one in my bathroom, which sounds kind of bad, but facing where I plug my curling iron in, and that would save me so much stress and headache if I could just like look on my phone and see a camera angled at my curling iron and I could see if it was plugged in or not. Might be onto something. All right, I think I just heard it go off, so let's do a little sniff test. Like yes, but no. I'm gonna have to smell it in the morning. All right, Bean, it's time for bed. I have to clean her room tomorrow, so don't judge her. It's my fault. Good night, Bean. And with that, I'm gonna end today's vlog right here. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed spending the week with me. Make sure you're subscribed and follow me on TikTok and Instagram if you want to see other little pockets of my life over there. But thank you again for watching, and I will see you in the next video.